You blew through last year's Singles Day record in half the time. But I'm curious, how does this compare to a typical day at Alibaba?
What do you mean by compared to the typical day of Alibaba?
Right. We're looking at 13.6 billion right now. What does that number look like on an average Wednesday, let's say?
It's like, I think normally we have close to 1 billion something. Yeah, 1 billion or 1 billion a little bit more. But this thing we've been preparing for more than 3 months.
Right.
And prepare for the technology, prepare the suppliers and buyers and promotions, a lot of things. But we think this is a unique day. It's the day that we want all the manufacturers, all the shop owners to be thankful for the consumers. We want the consumers to have a wonderful day. So it's a special. It's for business-wise, for the number-wise, no, maybe not big difference, but for the event itself, the meaning of it, it's getting such a great excitement in China.
Now, you say you want this to be a global holiday and that you want up to 50% of revenue to come from international. What's the timeline for that? When does that happen?
Well, we are prepared for 10 years. Everything we do, we have a 10 years plan since the first day. When we started the year 2003 for Taobao and 2003-4 for the Alipay, we say we always judge how much we should do, what we should do to realize our dream in 10 years. So our plan is that in 10 years, we will reach 50% of the revenues and money and the sales from outside China.
Now, you and I last spoke on IPO day, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for the stock since, and now it's just barely above its IPO price. How do you explain this sort of love-hate relationship that investors have with Alibaba?
Well, whether they love me, they hate me, but we love them, right? So you cannot stop people hate you. You cannot stop, But I think we cannot take care of the stock price in our way. We have to take care of the results, take care of customers, take care of the performance. This is what we care about. And because people don't like China's economy, they hate us. Because they don't like this, they hate us, which is fine. People will understand. Because we are a company not last for a year. We want a company last 102 years. We finished 16 years. We have 86 years to go to prove ourselves.
So you said today the Chinese economy faces a bumpy ride. Many internet companies will fail. What are you most concerned about?
Well, we're concerned about it's not a China company, because China economy good does not mean your economy will be good, right? If China company is bad, does not mean your company will be bad, because we grew when China's economy was a bad time, right? I mean, to our standard, because nobody cared, nobody believed the internet, we started to grow. So we think it's an opportunity for us when everybody worried. When everybody worried about China economy, worried about China, or about the global economy, we think it's the opportunity. Because worry does not solve your problem. We've been worrying for so many years, and then let's do the things.
But when you say many internet companies will fail, what kinds of companies?
Many internet companies have failed and will fail in the future, because if they do not change themselves to make the future need of the internet users, because the users, the consumers of internet, they change so fast, so quickly. It's almost difficult. It's impossible to keep yesterday's wonderful life. So what we say is that 10 years ago, who are the most successful internet company in the world? Yahoo. Right? In China, NetEase, Sohu, and Sina, all wonderful. But today, the BAT, I don't know whether Baidu or Tencent, Alibaba will still like this in 10 years. So we have to worry every day.
Do you think we're in a bubble?
No, I don't think so. Because if you call a company like us makes billions of dollars profit every year, you call it a bubble, and I don't know, and then everybody's a bubble. So, it's a good bubble to have if you can make billions of dollars profit.
There are investors out there who are saying they're skeptical of Alibaba. They're shorting Alibaba. They're concerned about accounting at Alibaba. How do you respond to that?
That's their rights. That's their human rights, right? They do it. If they want to shut, they should shut long. If they believe what they do, they should continue to do. Because we cannot comment on their strategy. But people like you, people hate you. I cannot make everybody like us. we do things we believe right. We do the things the customer believe is right. So, as I said, when we IPO'd, we can never promise everybody's happy. We want to promise that we do anything to make our customer happy, our employee happy, and then our shareholder will be happy. This is our philosophy, and this is we keep on saying for the past 10 years, and we'll keep on saying for another 30 years. People like it, people don't like it, that's their right.
The United States is your biggest potential international market.
Yeah.
You're opening a new office there in New York. You visited the United States several times over the last year. What does Alibaba in the United States look like in 5 years?
Well, I would say we are very thankful for the United States. Without the United States, without the Seattle, my dream there in 1995, understand internet, there would be no Alibaba ideas. And without the American tourists to come to my city, I would never learn to speak English. And without such a wonderful innovation, the Silicon Valley, that we would not. So I think people say, wow, when Alibaba come to America? They say, when you come, because they're in behind the meaning is when are you going to compete with Amazon? When are you going to compete with eBay? We say, we do not go there to compete. If we go there, we want to help the small business, helping them to China, helping them to Asia, because we have such a huge demand of Chinese consumers online. Because every day today, we have more than 120 million people, even on the mobile phone, shopping our site. We need good products. We need unique products, in which USA has a huge potential. But I think in 5 years, now what we're investing is that I want our team to be thankful, to invest in the high technology, investing on the startups in the States, that helping them to grow. And helping them grow not only by the money, but helping them one day coming to China. This is a huge market.
But Amazon's also going global. They're focusing on India, for example. You're focusing on Russia, for example. When do the world's biggest e-commerce companies collide?
Well, Amazon and Alibaba, we have a pretty different model. They buy, they sell, and we are a platform. On our site, we have a 10 million small business, 10 million big business, branded business. We believe every company can be Amazon. We think, right, if Amazon is a great apple, we are apple tree. So we want on our platform, there are a lot of companies like Amazon. They buy, they sell, they're using our cloud computing, they're using our logistics system, they're using our payment system, they're using all, these are the services we want to enable every company to be e-commerce. We are not e-commerce company. So I don't think Amazon and us will compete. We want a lot of people as successful as Amazon. We want a lot of companies have a high P like Amazon.
Should Amazon be worried?
Well, I don't know. If they worry, they worry. If they don't worry, they just enjoy it. I mean, I cannot. Yeah.
Okay, you just bought Youku Tudou, which is basically the YouTube/Netflix of China. You've been visiting Hollywood. You were on stage with Daniel Craig. You've invested in the Mission Impossible film. What are your Hollywood ambitions?
Well, I would not say it's my Hollywood ambition. It's my ambition in the future. I ask the people. Now, we are good at the e-commerce. We're good at the payment. We're logistic. And we have a cloud computing, cross-border trading. I don't worry about the business, the money we're going to make in next 5, 10 years. And I ask the team, we are going to survive for another 87 years to go. So what's the business we should do 10 years later? Because we have to worry about 10 years later.
So and what is that business?
And we think the 2H strategy, health and happiness. Because China today, because of the pollution, of the air, of the food, of the water, we're going to have a lot of health problems. That's why we have to invest the money today to get ready when 10 years later China have problems. We can using our technology, our know-how to solve the problem.
And you've been investing in pharmaceuticals.
We invested a lot of money. And the other is happiness. And I think today in the world, look at the world today, especially China. The rich people not happy, poor people not happy, government officers not happy, and everybody not happy.
Is Jack Ma happy?
Well, I'm not happy. And I'm happy about what I'm doing, but I'm not happy about the pressures I had, right? The people have high expectations, because I'm a normal people. People say, well, Jack, you should do this, you do that, and, I don't have time for myself. So you get, you lose, right? So I get used to it. But the thing is that I want people in China to enjoy the happiness on the digital products, the movie, the theaters, the TV programs, all the digital context that make the young people enjoy their lives, to be optimistic in the future. I discuss, the Hollywood movie I like is the hero. Chinese movies, we also have heroes, but all the heroes in China movies died. In American movies, all the heroes survive. So I ask people, if all the heroes died, who want to be the heroes?
So what are your favorite American TV shows and movies?
I watch a lot of American TV shows.
Like what?
Well, the House of Cards. It'll be interesting,
I like that one too.
I understand the culture. In a movie, I like Forrest Gump, and I like them in the Godfather, and all. I normally don't remember the name, but I bought the, every time when I go to Hong Kong and go to States, I bought the tapes and I watch that on the.
So are we going to see you buy more content to deliver to a Chinese audience? Are we going to see you buy a U.S. studio?
Well, I don't think they want to sell, and I think it's better partner. You can never buy everything on the world.
Have you tried to buy
No.
a studio?
No.
Okay.
And of course, I watch them with great respect. If they need us, I think we can really working together. Because I think.
What does that mean? How?
Well, we can join to shoot the movies and join to make the TV series, and I bring them to China. And meanwhile, I can bring their technology. We're bringing open the market, because we helped the Mission Impossible 5, right? We made them successful in China, join the partnership. I think because to me, I think it's not only the 2H, happiness and health strategy. Digital product is the greatest e-commerce, which is called the e-commerce or non-logistic e-commerce. The thing we are doing today, today what you see, most of the products sold today, you need logistic system services.
Right.
But the digital product, you don't need logistic. Why not do that? We have the payment, we have the audience. Actually, Taobao is the largest online entertainment company in China, because we've got every day we have more than 150 million people. A lot of women, girls, they spend 5 hours without buying anything. So they're having fun. So we can do a lot of things to improve that.
Well, you mentioned logistics. Some would say that JD actually has an advantage in the countryside because they are more focused on the last mile and delivery. Can you win the countryside?
Well, the question is, can they win the countryside? China, today, we will create more than 500 million packages on our site. Every day today in China, more than 400 million packages. Sorry. 4,000.
It's okay. The exact number doesn't matter.
We probably created 70% of them. We believe in 10 years, every day, China will have 300 million packages every day. That means China will need 10 million people deliver. So even if you hire 1 million people to deliver, you only have 10%. Imagine, because I don't think we can manage a company have 10 million delivery guys on the street. Right? There are a lot of car accidents. To manage 10 million people, deliver things, and managing an e-commerce platform is totally different business. So we think our job is not to hire people deliver things for us. Our job is to empower, enable all the delivery companies, making sure they're powerful. So JD is not competing with us. They are competing with 10th and 20 and 30 fast-growing delivery companies in China. It's almost a world difficult. So I show great sympathy, and I hope they win, not us. Our job is to making sure the more delivery guys, the better services, the more efficient. So one thing, within only 3 months in Beijing, we can more than 70% of deliver. We deliver them within 24 hours without even hiring one person to deliver. And today, we have 35 million packages to be delivered all over China every day. Think about that.
So what about media companies?
Yeah.
We've seen Jeff Bezos, for example, buy the Washington Post. There are reports you might be interested in buying the South China Morning Post. Are you interested?
I'm interested in many things, but my money is, I have to care for my shareholders, and I have to care for our strategy.
Would something like that make sense?
Well, yes. I think, media, we have we invest in the Weibo, we invested a lot of online medias. You see, we also invested traditional business like Yintai, all right? We invested in the Suning. Because people say, well, internet destroyed the offline retailer business. We say, well, if you can do better, if we work together, we can do better. So we want to make example. If Suning can be better, if the entire retailer store can be better, working with us, why the other people? So for the media, we're the same thing. We think internet plus media might be very interesting to help for us to understand them, for them to understand us. So we just want to set examples. And also, for us, we need medias to help our small, medium-sized companies to promote. And by the way, our advertisement dollars, huge, we gather from small business, can help the media. And media can definitely, using our data, they can tell the economy in an accurate way.
So are you going to buy the South China Morning Post?
I did not say that. I'm watching a lot of companies now.
Okay, I do want to ask you about counterfeits because the government has come out saying that 40% of online products in China are fake and that Alibaba is one of the worst offenders.
You listen just about 40% are fake, but you do not listen that government says sorry about that. They did not use the accurate data. And the chief person who's in charge of that, he was in our office last week. He was shocked and surprised by how much we have done for China.
So
how much we've done
how do
and
you
how
measure
we did
products? How do you measure progress when it comes to counterfeit products? Because vendors say you'll take something off and 3 days later, it's back on.
No. Ask in the whole China, any company in China will giving you 7 days return if you buy the counterfeit products. And ask all the vendors, if they work with us, if they call us, this is a fake product, we do not delete it. Don't sell lawyers, because a lot of companies send lawyers to discuss with. These lawyers don't understand the business. They don't understand the e-commerce. They come in here just to say, hey, what are you going to do? I say, this is what we do. They say, well, I represent my client. I don't want to hear what you have done, what you do. I just want to this thing down. I think we are entering a new area. Today in this world, in China, we arrested, working with the police station, more than 500, close to 500 people last year. We destroyed millions of products, fake products. And I said just now, past 15 years, I may cancel, I may postpone for all the meetings. I never postpone and cancel one meeting, one of them for counterfeit, because every consumer buy one counterfeit from our side, we lose 5 customers. So we are also victims of that. So we hate this thing. We've been fighting for years, but we are fighting the human nature, human instinct. This war has been in China for 30 years, in the offline. But we are fighting on the online. And we are also helping the fighting offline. We got 2,000 people full-time working on that. We've got 5,700 volunteers working on that. With special task forces, with the technology we have, we are making progress. So I think the opportunity is whether we should working together fight against these thieves or they fight, because we are running a platform for more than 10 million business. We are managing the business. They are tiny. They are everywhere.
Jack, we know you got your start as a poor English teacher, that you were rejected from Harvard 10 times. You are now one of the most successful people in the world. What is the untold story of Jack Ma? What don't we know about how you got here?
Well, you say I've been rejected. I get used to be rejected. So when people say we will shut your stocks, I get used to that. When people say, I don't like you, I get used to that. I mean, in the past 30 years, my life is like that. So if you like me, I say, shocked, why you like me, you know? But if you say, I don't like this guy, because the guy talk crazy, do things in a different way, well, you know, this is who we are. We believe the things we were doing. We never try to please people. But we please the people who believe in us, who work with us. And these are the things we believed. So what are things not told? I don't know. If you have any questions you have, just ask me. You know, I promise I will answer it.
So how much longer are we going to see you involved in the day-to-day at Alibaba? Do you envision a day where you can focus on your philanthropy and do karaoke?
Do karaoke?
Karaoke. I know you like to sing.
Yeah, I like to sing when I get tired. Well, I've been CEO for 15 years, and then I think I should leave this opportunity for younger people. So several years ago, I retired from a CEO position and be a chairman. But being chairman, be a good chairman, I get much busier. I was much busier last year and the year before, because you have so many responsibilities to do. But good thing is I'm not working on the day-to-day operations. I work on strategy, the culture, government relationship, and also I think one of the most important things of this company is about the social responsibility. I want everybody in the company have a strong heart and have a good heart, because we are affecting 500 million people in this nation. Every tiny policy we make, we affect these guys. We influence them. So I want those 34,000 people, they have a good heart. So that's why I'm doing that. The philanthropy, not mean, you know, I'm a good guy. I think we need to do that, because only when we do that, we can take the responsibility. I don't want to, when we're totally retired, we got a group of terrible guys. They just want to make money. They don't think about the society. They don't think about the community. They don't think about environment. This is not the company we want to build. So I'm preparing for my retirement. Maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 15 years. I will get old. I will get sick. I will die. So when I'm still strong, I want to spend time on the culture, on the people, and pave a good system for this company, philanthropy, environment, and for all the things, the education that we should do. I'm an ideal person. People, shareholders say, well, guy, I don't like you doing that. I want you to make the money. By the way, we make a lot of money. But if you want people who only focus on making money, a lot of companies, they can invest. For us, we want money, integrity to be together.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you are working on this day, and we will see you hopefully in 86 years, 87 years.
Well, maybe, you know, when we invest in the health industry, we might have a chance.
All right. Jack Ma, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to have you.